What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here, delarose.com. That's DELARROZ.com. I've got a link down in the description below where you can sign up for my newsletter and get a free graphic novel. And so if you want an alternative towards the mainstream snowflake comic writers out there, definitely check that out. Also talk about my Indiegogo at the end of the video here where you can get signed books from me. All right. Donny Cates, of course, is one of Marvel's premier writers. If you don't know who he is, he's been on Venom for the last couple years. Just did an event, Absolute Carnage, which, sold out. He's on Thor now. He is really somebody that Marvel is taking care of and making as one of their major producers from their company. And I've always kind of defended him on the channel because I feel like people do just kind of come at him just a little unfairly a lot of the time. He's a weird dude by all stretches of the imagination. From what I've seen, he openly advocates Satanism and witchcraft and things like that, which is par for the course of Marvel Comics, of course, at this point. Nice way to influence the children with these comics. But I've never had a bad interaction with him this entire time. I've talked with him back and forth a little bit on Twitter about books and things like that. And he seems to be a guy who's actually interested in comic books and staying mostly on topic of comic books. And I kind of applauded that because I think that a lot of these guys who get butthurt out of Marvel on Twitter are just absolutely deranged about politics and so angry all the time. It's just kind of crazy. But Donny Cates is not immune from that, apparently. Yesterday, and I can't really pull it up without pulling up different screens because I am blocked, he was doing the whole virtue signaling thing that he's going to stay home and isolate for Thanksgiving. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's great. And he was making complaint posts about it. It's like, well, if you're going to do it, I mean, this is your own choice. Don't complain about it. Just go out and have Thanksgiving otherwise. I don't know why you wouldn't. I think it's ridiculous that the government's got these lockdowns going on. I think it's oppressive, and I think it's trying to sap the joy out of people's lives at all, and an attempt to destroy holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's actually what's going on right now, and it is an abuse of power by the government. So what I said on that front was, hey, I'm resisting our tyrannical government and getting together with 20 plus people because they can stuff it. And that's exactly how I feel. I think it's really obnoxious that they're trying to cut out our Thanksgiving. If we're not sick, and if we, feel our friends are not sick, there's no reason to get together. This boogeyman nonsense about like these super spreaders who don't even exhibit any symptoms. I mean, it's conspiracy. It's a conspiracy theory. It really is. And I'm just not going to live my life afraid of a virus to the point where I just don't live my life. Now, Donny Cates apparently is afraid of a virus to the point where he's not going to live his life. And he wants everybody else to be miserable with him. And that's what it comes down to. Always, these people err on the side of wanting people to be miserable. And they always voice how miserable they are. They always go out there to try to find like-minded people who are also miserable on these internet sites. And if you're not miserable, oh my God, you are the problem. And so that's basically the entire extent of what it is here. He blocked me because he is such a snowflake that he doesn't want somebody to enjoy Thanksgiving with their families. He doesn't want somebody to have friends and fellowship and joy at this time of year. He wants everybody to be miserable, locked up at home with him, probably wearing a mask by himself in his house. So there you go. I find it very funny. I find it very sad. I'm not going to do the whole like I'm boycotting Donny Cates or whatever thing because if this guy's just this much of a sad snowflake, he really doesn't need that. It might make him cry if I went that route. But it's just indicative of the type of people that Marvel Comics hires, who are just antisocial, weird people. And when you get antisocial, weird people together, it ostracizes normal people from wanting to be around that. And that is exactly where we have problems with the comic industry at this point, because we need to get normal people buying comics again. It used to happen in the 60s, 70s, 80s. All the normal kids bought comics. And slowly, the weirdos kind of took over the hobby. And that's what we are trying to bring back. So there's one great way you can do that, and you can go to my Indiegogo, which is I'll put that link in the description below also. and you can grab a comic. If you want a great cosmic alternative to Donny Cates' comics, you can check out the single issues, and you can get it digitally here, or you can also get a physical copy if you want right here, very easily. And I'll sign all physical copies. But you go to get this perk and go to select and check out the Cosmic Warrior right here. I've got 2 issues right now with a 3rd on the way. And I think this is just a positive, much better cultural alternative to Marvel's Cosmic, which has a lot of negativity and nihilism these days. We have the opposite of that. We have real heroism. We have dynamic battles. We have people standing up and fighting for what's good and what's right. And that's what we need to change our culture back to. So check it out. Please back the Indiegogo. Support indie comics today. I appreciate you guys for being there. And don't block me because I had Thanksgiving with my family. Thanks. See you guys.